What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? A lot of stuff that was going on today. I was so excited. I was upset that I wasn't on when it hit $10. But being above $10 for AMC is definitely a good deal. But I was so hyped. I posted in Patreon about it. I was just so hyped. So we have 49 people in here. What's going on, Travis? What's going on, Sam? It was a good day, wasn't it? It was a really good day. What's up, Mike? I was communicating with a lot of people in Discord about a bunch of things and what I thought was what was going on. What's up, Barry? How you doing? 13 likes. Make sure you continue to hit that like button. Dewey, how you doing? Very happy. Very good day. Yes, very good day. A lot of people were smiling today rather than seeing those sad faces. Hey, Miguel. Miguel. Didn't see that for a second. We're in here. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Richard? Yes, it was a really good day. I'm so happy I averaged down. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine a lot of people are very happy with a ton of positions that they were in. That I held my AMC shares despite being down 50%. Wow, that's crazy. Down to what, that $5 mark? Is that where you were? Hello, friends. That's actually not a bad name. Friends with the dollar sign for the S. I don't know. I feel like that looks really good, and I won't get any type of copyright. I also have Cold War. Let's play sometime. Yeah, we definitely can. Yeah, we definitely can play. Over on my other channel, you can add me. I won't say the name here, but I can say it over there. But yeah, I don't know when I'll play again. I wish I could have averaged down a little more, but I'm still doing okay. Yeah, that's where I was. It was when it was down to $5. I was always thinking, hey, should I continue to average down? And it was in that time period where the whole GME situation. But yeah, I should have averaged down there and probably should have kept on or held on to my GME shares. My 7,400 shares of AMC at $6.40 are looking good. That's looking great. That means that every dollar that you gain, you're gaining $7,400 every dollar that goes up. That's really good. Friends with benefits is really good too. And if we have the dollar signs there, that's not bad. But I was thinking of doing the F.R.I. Rest of friends, basically. Responsibly, financially responsible individuals earning nominal dividends. I had a bunch of people laugh at that when I showed them that, because they didn't know what it was. They were like, one, that wouldn't even fit in the title. I think that's too long. And two, what is it? And I was like, it spells out friends. And they were like, oh, okay. You have 144 shares going strong. That's really good, really good. 122 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Get this up to 50, 100 likes. That would be amazing. But yeah, there was a lot of different things that were going on today, and I was doing work and talking in the Discord just to make sure I knew where people's heads were. AMC is jumping hard right before close. Is it? I didn't check it. It is. It got all the way up to $11 today. I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal. Is that true? No, it didn't. Not today. It got up to $10.77. I was going to say, this is looking at days. I was going to say, if it got up to $11, there probably would have been a little bit of a sell-off. And I was going to say, what the heck happened there? Let's look at the day. Got all the way up to $10.77 today, close to $11. I thought it was going to get to $11 after I seen it push above 1060, but I thought it was going to be really strong. You can see it is finishing pretty strong around that $13 mark. We're due for a day over 20%. We really are. The fact that we haven't had that day to where it has been 20% of an increase has been ridiculous. I mean, we haven't seen a day like that pretty much ever here, right? You name me a day where we grew 20%. I'm not talking about that day to where we grew 18% and then in the aftermarket we grew another like 10 plus percent. So totally we gained like 50% or something like that. But it was when we opened again, it was back down to basically where it was. I'm a college student who's 19, hoping if AMC pops, I can get myself a cash car and use the money to invest in big boys like Apple. And just make sure you understand that you're gonna have to pay taxes on that money. So if you get a lot of return from that, make sure you put away half of what the gain is. So if you gain $20,000, like if you invested $10,000 and you gain $20,000, basically getting out a total of $30,000, you need to take the money that you gained, so the $20,000, and I would take half and put it away so that you have it for taxes. The rest, you can do whatever you want with it. But I would definitely take half of it and put it away, because taxes are going to be a pain if you do not save that money. Still up 100% past couple of weeks. You're talking about GME or AMC. Yes, it is up basically 100% past couple of weeks, but we haven't seen that one day like GME has been doing. You know, the day before I think it was like 50. I don't even know how much percentage it was, but it was up a crazy amount. And then today, now it's up 26%. Why are we not seeing a 20+% move for AMC? Chandler, I will. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, no problem. I mean, taxes are definitely, taxes are not half. I always like to do exactly half, because then when you end up paying taxes, it looks like you have a bonus. So technically taxes will be somewhere around that 30 something percent. Capital gains tax, yes, 37%. But I always like to put away half, so that when you do have that extra money, you can put away some towards, you know, more stocks after that. But it makes sense to do it that way. I do that with my YouTube money. I do that with every income that I get, because I'm not going to have to pay more than half. But there is an instance to where I'll have to pay like 30%, 40%, including, you know, state taxes, local taxes, all of that stuff. 60% in Canada. What in the world? That's ridiculous. Why would the taxes be that high? Because of free healthcare? Hey, why is there 100 of y'all in here and not liking the stream? That's 100% true. I don't know the answer to that either. We got 185 people in here, and we should have 185 likes. Or at least participate in some way. If you feel like you don't want to like it, then go ahead and dislike it. The fact that you are participating is a good thing. You know, like it or dislike it. People that just sit there and don't engage, I mean, you don't help out the people that you're watching, you know. We got almost 100 likes. That'll be really good. Jesus Christ, Canada is draining y'all. Here in Texas, taxes are low. Yeah, 60%. That's ridiculous. Roblox is coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I was talking about this in the Discord group and a little bit, just to get an understanding of what's happening here. And some people may think that it's you know, has a potential chance to 2x or 3x, and other people do not think that it's going to do anything. It's going to be like a typical IPO. When you get time, can you check dollars? MP? What's MP? Bought in at, I think that's not enough. You bought in at what? Did you buy in at? I bought it at $48. Bought it at $48. We did see an up day, which basically everything was up, so that makes sense. Let's look at the 10,000 foot view. And I'm gonna do this really quick just to get an understanding of what this is. Now, if I'm looking at a 10,000 foot view, you can see this consistent growth down from $11, which is a good sign. That means that no matter what, you have that consistency. The issue that we are seeing right now is that it did pass by the 200 EMA, both the 15 moving average and the 200 EMA, or the 15 moving average and the price action passed by the 200 EMA. You are going to see some sort of a recovery. It looks like it's a pretty good position to get into. I mean, look at the growth over a number of months. You could see that the growth is pretty consistent. You do have a couple of days to where it does, a couple of weeks to where it does flatten out. Even though it does have those increased days, it does have days to where it flattened out. But you do have those days where it is going to increase. Right now, you do see it at a low point. So this might be a point of investing in, unless there was a horrible, horrible news that brought it down to this point, which I don't know about. But looking at this from history, you can say that, yes, that seems normal. It's just the regular flow of this position where you can get in at this low point and end up, it looks like it's flattening out at this low point, right? So 3% up, this might be the start of something new here. And I don't mean to quote Aladdin. Is that Aladdin? Start of something new? I think that's High School Musical. That's High School Musical. That's what it is. You know the beginning song, start of something new. Feel so right to be here with you. Oh. Thanks for doing that, man. Got yourself a sub. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Pretty confident Roblox is going to pop. Only problem is that will we see a lowly poor apes be able to afford it by the time it gets to buy? We get to buy. That's a good question. I thought that I didn't really know the price. I think they said something about $45 or something like that. But like I just, it's just a high price. I don't know. I feel like it might react like every other IPO. The only thing is that when people start to push things in this community, it's different. Where did we close at? So we just closed. I want to make sure that we know what we closed at. So AMC closed at $10.54. GME closed basically at $250. Right now it's going up to $250. It closed at $246, which is absolutely insane. No way did I think that it was going to get back up to $250. I thought that it was going to probably push 200 and that was it. And boy, was I wrong. So that is crazy. That is a substantial gain. For people that bought in at $40, you're making a killing. As long as you bought in a significant amount, you're making a killing right now. I mean, absolutely just crazy. And I know people don't like when I say this, but you take your profits. If you have profits, take them, right? Today was a good day for AMC. Yes, you're right. It wasn't the best day. I took my profits for GME at 150. When did you get in? Was it at 40? Oh, I kept one share. So shrug. It wasn't something where you had a lot of shares. Okay, that makes sense. 20 shares at 103 on GME. That's really good. You're holding 20 shares, so you're sitting on a pretty good penny there. What are your thoughts on WandaVision episode 9? I thought it was good. I was a little disappointed because there were a lot of theories out there telling people that wait, you know what? I can't. It's still spoilers. You got to wait like a week. You got to wait like a week. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm sorry. People do this to me. But I do have an opinion on it. I haven't gotten to talk about it at all. I hate GME. I'm getting out too early. Yeah, I understand. I got out three days before the spike up to $200. So I felt pretty bad, but you got to move on. Do you think today was a bull trap? Some people believe it. I don't believe it. It's been multiple days to where we have been up, and I wouldn't say that it's a bull trap. Who's actually saying that they believe this? Is it someone that's a YouTuber? Is it someone that's a you know, in a firm? What, or is it news that you're reading on articles? How do you think we're going to be in a week? With AMC, I think AMC is going to be hovering around in between the 12 and $15 mark. I will hope that that's the case. If we keep seeing this positivity, we could see $15 this week. But you're always going to have a day to where you have a down day where people start to sell off a little bit. Maybe it's going to be Friday to where, you know, it just looks, you know, down. People want to take their profits before they go into the weekend, which is what happens. So I think we're going to be sitting at a pretty good spot. Today we closed at, you know, $10.54. That's huge. Nobody knows how high or low the stock will go. Just keep taking more profits and profits that lost. What? Nobody does know where the stock will go. Don't spam here. I will answer it. I'm sorry, but don't spam. Yeah, nobody knows how low the stock will go or how high it will go. It's unpredictable. You know, all of that stuff was unpredictable. If I was able to predict it and I felt like I was able to predict it, GME would have been in my hands and I would have been sold out at like 150 after buying in at 76. But that wasn't the case, you know? So we have to deal with it, and it's unpredictable. Right now, if I'm looking at this, just in the last couple of days, it's something that is completely flat or selling off after this large gap down. And I don't know any of the news from it. That's where it ends up being difficult. When I look at the chart, just specifically looking at the chart, it does not look like something that I want to get into just because of this huge drop in the pre-market and after hours. You can see that it's being oversold like crazy all through here, where you are seeing a little bit of an increase over this period of time, growing up to that $4.59 mark, which at a low price like this, moving that much in like 2 days is definitely a great deal. You're moving a significant amount, but it doesn't look like something that will continue to recover unless you have some other news to throw on the table. But from looking at the chart itself, it does not look solid. It looks like something I would want to stay away from unless I physically knew that it was going to come up. Like the history just tells me that it pretty much remains flat. And then obviously something happened and it dropped off. So that would be my opinion there. But it's all my opinion. I'm hoping AMC goes to 150. I'll be ecstatic too. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's a huge gain. But the thing is as you see those gains going up, it's not something that you're only going to see it go up. So don't just think you're going to be able to sell at, you know, $50 or $100, because if you see that $50, there's no way you're going to really wait for 100, and it's going to come back and probably pull to your stop loss, and then you're going to sell off and you're going to be fine with the gains, but it is going to probably go to 100, and then you're going to be like, oh, I lost out on $50 extra per share. Okay, but you gained a ton of money where people actually didn't get out. There are probably going to be people that hold on to it until it goes up to $200 and maybe it never gets there, and then they lose all their money on the way down thinking that they can get back to $200 or they can get back to break even or whatever. It ends up being a horrible situation for them, and they don't know when to get out. You need to know when to get out. We have 358 people in here. We should have about 350 likes. If you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Just engage in some way. If you are here watching right now, you know, hit either the like button or the dislike button. I don't care which one you do. If you don't like me, then go ahead and do that. I just want engagement, you know? Thank you. 181 likes. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. 200 likes. That's really good. Thank you so much. AMC is green now. Oh, now the hand part is, or now the hard part is getting out. Yes, you're absolutely right. Getting out is the most difficult part about trading. People can get in and out of trading, but people can get in trading and think that they got a good spot, But the problem is getting out at the right spot, being disciplined. Being disciplined is very tough, especially, us humans are conditioned to be greedy. We're all greedy. So we see the money, we see the potential, somebody else fills our head with something else and we go against our strategy. And then we end up losing money or we lose out on the profits. And that's our fault. You have to be disciplined. And mainly, I think trading is more of a mindset than anything else. You can trade effectively by just having the right mindset. And this is all about trading. Investing is a different story. You can invest and get to a point to where it's 5% up after being down for 5 years. You're investing long term, right? But with trading, you don't have the luxury of time. You really only have like maybe a day or two or a month, but you don't have 5 years to wait on it. It's a different story. What price will I be getting out of AMC? I've said this time and time again that $15 is where my stop loss will be. So when I get up to maybe $16, a comfortable distance between 16 and 15, then I'm basically going to stop it at 15. And if I get out, if it stops me out, it stops me out. I'll basically gain like $10,000 or so. It'll probably be less than that because it's 1,700 shares, but also 200 shares over here on Webull. So it'll probably be somewhere around that $10,000 mark, which is fine. It's perfectly fine for me. And seeing how I lost $3,000 on GME, gained back about 1,000. So the total year to date gain or loss will be, the gain will be around $8,000, something like that. So, and then obviously on to the next trade, next decision. If it does end up pushing to $50, and obviously that's a larger gain, but I'm not going to be greedy. You can't be greedy. If you have 25,000 in your trading account, does that mean you can day trade more than 3 times a week? Yes, you can trade as many times as you want. The only thing you have to worry about is your money clearing. So when you actually make a trade and you use that money and you buy and sell a position, the money has to clear back in your account before you can trade again. So you can actually buy another position with that money, but it's not money that you have because it wasn't, like the money wasn't finalized, it wasn't cleared. So it's not in your account, it's just to you as an IOU. So then if you end up selling again, and if you end up selling again before the money clears, then that ends up being an issue. And your account can get frozen, I believe, if you end up selling too many times with IOUs. It's hard to keep up with it, and then it takes forever for your money to get cleared. You mentioned a book called Everyone Makes Mistakes this morning. I can't find it. What is the author's name? I didn't mention a book called Everyone Makes Mistakes. I mentioned a book called How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz, which I have over here. And in that book, he talks about the mindset of trading and the fact that everybody has down days. And yeah, everybody has down days, and you just need to be able to limit your losses and understand that everybody will make those mistakes there. So that's not the name of the book. That would be a great book, basically talking about the mistakes you can make and how you learn from them. But I'm sure there's a bunch of books on like failure and how much you learn from failure. I'm pretty sure. But that's just like a small portion of the book, literally just like a saying. But the other portions of it really deals with the mindset of trading and understanding that getting out is the most difficult part. So it gives you that full mindset. Really good book. You did read the book? Yeah, the audio book is amazing. You definitely get the pictures in the actual book. So if you're looking here, you can see that you have like all of the charts, and it shows you the types of candlesticks that you're looking at. So that book, AMC. Yeah, AMC. But when are you gonna get out of AMC? That's what I want to know. At what point? Thinking fast and slow. Sure. What does low volume in AMC and GME mean? Well, typically with the with the low volume, any high volume, you'll see a squeeze. But high volume can come on the fact that you're buying or selling. But if you see a lot of volume and it's a green day, typically you're going to see that push up a lot, especially with the fact that we could squeeze them out of their positions if they have like high interest or anything like that. But everything has to be in place in order for you to have a full squeeze there. But the low volume doesn't really mean like too much. So I don't really know what the actual volume was. Let me look at it. So it looks like AMC had pretty decent volume today. It was really, pretty much in line with the average volume. So it wasn't something that was low, but there were days that it was low volume. I believe Monday was lower volume, and we still seen an increase in that. Sorry, I've seen somebody talk about Tesla. But low volume doesn't really, it doesn't necessarily mean that, we're going to see a decrease. It just means it makes it more difficult to squeeze if we do have that option there. So we need a lot of volume. We need a lot of people buying in, whether that's just retail traders, institutions, and other hedge funds all buying in to these positions to get at those hedge funds that did short the position. I don't care who mans up with us. We just need to drive that price up and end up making some money from it, because it makes no sense why GME is moving 26% and AMC is moving 13%. It should be to the point to where they're both moving over that 20% mark. If GME is moving 50%, AMC should at least be moving 20. We need to be seeing those days. We have 455 people in here. Please hit that like button if you get a chance. Remember, I do have a Discord group in the description. If you want to check out that link, it's $5 to join the Discord group. And then, we'll have great conversations. We had great conversations today on a number of different stocks and positions and thoughts, whether it's related to Tesla, Roblox, whatever it actually is. Definitely check that out. Thank you for hitting the like button. What's your average price on AMC? So average price on here is $9.25 on Webull, and on Fidelity it's $9.38. So 1,700 shares, 1,690 shares over on Fidelity at $9.38, and 200 shares on Webull at $9.25. What's your opinion on YKK? So just to let you know, long-term positions are not really a specialty of mine. I mean, I like dividend positions, but I could tell you that long-term positions, they're pretty easy to read, especially when you see a lot of the growth. If you're looking at it from a 10,000 foot view, you're looking at it with this 200 EMA basically saying that, over the long term, what's the position looking like? Does it end up staying below the 15 moving average? Is it something that consistently grows? Well, yes, it does look like it consistently grows. It does have these large spikes here and there, and it looks like we're in the midst of a comeback at this point. So we did see a couple of down days, right? Especially during, I guess that was a little bit, what were we looking at, 5. Yeah, so the down days were actually up days, and then we've seen some of the up days that we had with AMC and GME and all of those as down days for this position. So I can say that it definitely could fall back in line. The fact that it did cross back over the 200 EMA, because crossing down the 15 moving the 15 moving average crossing down over the 200 EMA indicates a downward trend, and could indicate that downward spiral most times, but crossing back over indicates that increase, that upward movement here. And you could see that it is showing that upward movement consistently through the days, whether it's growing 3% or it's growing 4% or 10%, you're going to see it grow, and it's going to slowly get up to that point. So you might see it end up challenging some resistance levels, wherever that actually is. If we were talking about this top level, it might take a little bit to get back up to this $3.05. But yeah, I would say it's definitely long term. It looks like a consistent grower. So yeah, if AMC is up tomorrow, then we are in business. You're absolutely right. You were absolutely right here. I think AMC is going to be big. Darius, thank you for the $5 super chat. Darius Strokes, thank you so much. Appreciate that a lot. We need that merch. We'll get it. I need to figure out what the group name is going to be, the Discord group. We have, I think, 11 members in there. I think it's that. Where is it? Yeah, we have like 11 members, I want to say. Let me refresh. Sorry, we have 10 members. So we have 10 members, and we were able to communicate with a bunch of different people. It was really fun today. I've been thinking of joining your Patreon today and free stock from your Webull link. It seems now I have 16 shares. That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, I can't wait to see what AMC could do. I have one little share of GME that I'm playing up. Come on, let's go away. I'm playing house money and 70 shares of AMC, buying 15 more of AMC tomorrow. I'm happy as calm. Yeah, is that averaging up then if you're buying 15 more shares? It's averaging up. I don't like to average up. I said that below $10 is a great buy-in. You can still gain some money at like, you know, $10, $0.50, $11, depending where it actually is, because you don't know how much it may gap up tomorrow if it does gap up. So it's definitely interesting to see. I wouldn't say for me that I would buy any more shares at where this is now, because it's above my cost average, and it really makes no sense to average up, to me at least. How do you locate when a stock is no longer in suspension? How do you locate when a stock is no longer in suspension? You don't mean halted, you mean actually like suspension. I don't know the answer to that. What stock is it? It was BNGI, or you mean BNGO? I don't remember. I don't have. Look at BNGI, OTC market. What's making you think that it's suspended? Yeah, I don't know what's making you think that it's suspended. I don't know the answer to your question. Like halted, typically, if it's halted, it takes like, what is it, 10 minutes or so in order to come back online. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. That's a real penny stock right there. I'm not a fan of penny stocks at all, but that obviously took a hit over a number of days. And a gap here, 222 to 39. Yeah, I'm not a fan of penny stocks or really anything in the OTC market, to tell you the truth. Yesterday it wouldn't allow no one to buy, as well as, yeah, I mean, the OTC markets are definitely different. I don't know too much about them. I don't trade in them often, pretty much at all, actually. So I can't say that I can give you a reason to why, but you can see that it had a gap between this. So from the 22nd, if anybody does know, you know, let them know, because there's a lot of knowledgeable people in these chats. But 222, you see this gap between 222 and 39. So he wants to answer this question. So what do y'all think? Will AMC they're going to drop tomorrow because of the earnings? Because I'm thinking about selling now and buying back in at the dip. My cost average is $11.72. I don't think that the earnings will make a huge difference as to what what the price will be. Yes, it creates news, it creates noise, but a lot of this wasn't fueled by any noise here besides the theaters opening, or I believe New York opening up like a portion or something like that. That was the only thing that I seen as an increase, and it didn't even seem like it correlated with that. So in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I don't know if that's the case, if that's what will happen. And I don't want you to miss the boat in any case to where it does end up continuing to go up and gets to your cost average, and it doesn't dip. So just be aware of that, seriously, because yes, it is going to have its days to where it does decrease a little bit, but you look at things like today, and I don't believe it decreased at all. And seeing those days is not a good picture for you. You know, if the low was 922, and I guess that is a little bit of a decrease, but 922, and you wanted to buy in lower than that, then it would not be a good situation for you. Now, it didn't get all the way up to 1077 until, come on, I'm in the wrong time period. It didn't get up to 1077 until pretty much halfway through the day, and that's where it ends up being a little bit of a mistake. You end up selling, boom, and where does it go? It comes down to maybe $10.11, which I guess maybe you can get it at a lower cost average there. But it's going to be hard to predict whether it is going to actually come back, because some of these might end up skyrocketing. One of these days it's going to boom, and we don't know what's going to happen, or when that's going to happen, I would say. Where was that at? There was another super chat. Holding AMC, 12,400 shares, Abe Strong, $15 pre-market minimum. I hope that it does get to that point. If it gaps up to $15, it'll be insane. I think the most that it'll probably gap up is maybe 50 cents up to $11 if it does gap up. But I'm not 100% sure if it will skyrocket tomorrow. And one of these days, it's going to increase a substantial amount, and we're not going to be ready for it. Some people will already, be in it at lower prices and ready for it to skyrocket, and I understand that. That's going to be good for you to continue to see that growth, continue to see that income. But yeah, 12,400 shares. That's a big target right there. It's obviously every dollar that you gain is $12,000. What's your cost average? If your cost average is really low, then I mean you're sitting pretty. Right now you're sitting pretty, I guess, but you could be sitting even more pretty. You can check out SU in the ticket. Uncool, please. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see what that. Suncor. So let's see what's going on there. So let's look at a 10,000 foot view. Are you looking at more of a long term or short term? Because literally over this day it looks pretty flat, and I don't really like to see that it is flat. The good thing is over the long term, and not super long term, just like maybe a month or so, you can see that you do have this increase. You are seeing this rapid increase, or not rapid increase, slow increase over a number of days. Some days are larger than others, and the good thing is when you do see those large days, it's not an instant collapse. So that means that it holds strong at these prices here. So this looks like a really strong position to continue to grow as time goes on. If you're looking to get a decent swing trade from it, you can definitely gain a little bit of money from it. I just don't know when this pullback is going to happen, because you always look for these pullbacks to the 200 EMA. And right now we're separated pretty far away from the 200 EMA, so maybe we have some sort of pullback to come, which might not be a crazy pullback. It might end up, getting to, let's see, from this top point is $21 down to $19. So you might get a pullback of like, I don't know, $1, maybe $1.50 at that. And then you'll be able to get back into it or get into it and see consistent growth on the way up, in my opinion. Short term, I don't know if it does have anything short term. It's pretty flat. I would probably wait it out and get in on the long term. It has had this touch point down here, which is pretty inconsistent with what it normally does, but you can definitely see some movement there. Waiting for, let's see, penny stocks are not at all that bad. I made $2,200 on that's amazing. Yeah, I definitely see the potential in making money. I just never had luck with them, so I never actually got into them. There were times where in the beginning where I guess I picked some really risky positions and ended up getting basically all of my money taken away. It blew up my account easily just by literally a movement of less than a penny. So that's where I was like, this is difficult to take in, because if it moves the wrong way, it's not going to be good for you. But then if it moves the right way, you obviously make a lot of money. So I see what you're saying. I definitely would like to explore it, but not put a crazy amount of money into it. It would be something small. Waiting for massive gains from the DTCC rule on AMC. Yeah, I mean, true. Just know that hedge funds really find ways around everything. And I understand that this really makes it difficult for them, but they find ways around everything. I don't want anybody to be like, oh, well, this is going to skyrocket because of this. Just know that they like to manipulate things and they will find ways around it. And that's what they spend their time doing. It's not that they spend their time trading. They're like, hey, this new thing came up. How can we manipulate it? They're looking to win in every case, but I feel like it does make it very difficult for them. So we're going to basically be able to make some decent money from that, just for the fact that we have this in place. Thank you for the super chat, everybody. That was amazing to get all those super chats. You guys are great. We have 300 likes here. Please continue to hit that like button. We have 543 viewers right now and 300 likes. I think we can get 50 more likes there. AMC's almost at 11. Hasn't been pushing up. It's up 3%. Wow. Wow. What's crazy is during the day before I stopped streaming, you could see that we had all of those sell orders. We have 84,000 sell orders at $11, just like we did at $10. 85,000 sell orders at $11. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. But I think we're still going to push through that. I think we're going to find a way to push through that. In the after hours market, if we can push, $11, $12, and I know that's a stretch, it's going to be really good. Do you have an opinion on HCMC? I looked at that multiple times, and I'm not a fan. One, it's a penny stock, but I don't know where it actually is, because I had it on my list here. Everybody wanted to look at it. I had no opinion on it because the way that it moves, and from where it was to what happened and how it dropped, I can't say that I can predict a recovery in any aspect, in any way. So I can't really give you an opinion there. I'm not going to be a person that tells you, hey, get into this position because it's going to grow, because I don't see it. And I'm not going to be a person saying that, it's not going to grow, because it's literally unpredictable at these prices, right? But I can't speak today. With what's happening here, you can see that it is dropping. It is dropping down significantly, which it is hitting sort of a bottom where it may have a little bit of a recovery. But I really don't see a lot of positivity. I'm still playing HCMC for the lawsuit. Interesting. I have 800,000 shares of HCMC. At what price? I mean, I would imagine you can have a crazy amount of shares. Look at the volume. 5.5 billion today. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. I have 1 million shares of this company. You might as well get a solid million. Like, what is it going to cost you extra? Pretty much nothing. That's huge though. That's really huge. We have 600 people in here, almost 350 likes. Remember, if you guys want to join the Discord group, it's the first link in the description. We talk about a number of things there. I would love to get that group big, and we can talk about a lot of different things. I think it's going to be fun. You think it's because of the stimulus? See, the stimulus hasn't actually passed yet, though. I don't think this whole thing is because of the stimulus. I think it's, wow. Do you see this, guys? $11.25, $11.26. Are you kidding me right now? Wow. This is looking amazing. Bruh, AMC though, I know it's making moves. Why is the borrow rate still dropping? Is it dropping? Let's see. What am I looking for? AMC. Let's go back. I was looking at Tesla earlier to see what the information is there. Yeah, 10.34%. 300 short shares available. 300,000, sorry. 300,000 short shares available. Yeah, but we're sitting at $11.28, $11.30, all the way up to $11.35. That is amazing. This after hours market is hitting right now. You can see that GME is not really moving too much compared to what AMC is doing. But AMC is, kind of taking off here. 7% here. Let's see if we can continue to see that. We can't let people sell off here, and it's not people that are just selling off. 14.3 borrow. I seen 10. 14.3. Where are you seeing 14.3 at? Is it just? I'm seeing 10.34. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. 10.34. I'll go with you guys. 14.3. Remember in January 2020, you said you wanted to have 10K subs at the end of the year, and now you have 111K subs. I'm so happy for you. Yes, I'm very happy for myself. I guess it makes me really happy that everybody grew to the things that I was doing and what I was talking about, and it feels amazing, and I appreciate all the people that supported me, from 10,000 subs, even from the point to where someone subscribed where I was at 1,000 subs. That was not long ago. I started my YouTube channel in January of 2019. So to grow to 100K subs in 2 years is amazing. And now there are people out there that grew a lot higher. AMC is looking great at $11.50 at 51. Jeez. Come on. This is looking amazing. About to be up 10%. Where are the walls at? Do they have any walls here? They have a wall at $11.65 and $11.80. But I don't see many walls after that. Wow. This is looking insane. Absolutely insane. But thank you, Peter Gallic, for, bringing me down memory lane here. When do I sell? When should I sell AMC? Whenever you feel as though you should sell AMC. When do you? There are no walls. There's a couple of walls here. Not huge walls, but there are some walls here. Yeah, you should what was I going with? I'm gonna say something. I can't remember. Yeah, you should sell at any time you think is the best place to sell for you. Um, I can tell you that where I plan to sell and where I plan to start my selling journey is around that $15 mark. Maybe even pushing a little bit higher than that. It really all depends what the situation is. But I will set a firm stop, and seeing how AMC doesn't really drop very quick in one day, I can adjust as I go. But my main stop after it gets above $15 will be $15. It's about to push $12. And if it does, then that means in my video, I was right. I'm not gonna put rub it in anybody's face. But if it hits $12, that means that I was right in my video. This video, obviously talks about AMC, getting to $15 this week. I did say that before. When I created my other video, it showed that AMC was probably going to get to $12. But seeing it this morning, you could see that it was pushing up a lot more. What's a good play on a call option for AMC? I'm not a huge options person. I couldn't tell you. I'm horrible at predicting the future here, and that's why I don't gamble. It seems like options are more on the lines of gambling than anything else, and it's starting to fall back down. Here we go. Well, we're getting a little bit of a push here. But yeah, options are more on the lines of gambling, and I'm not saying that gambling is horrible. I'm not saying that options are horrible. I just don't understand it that much. So people say that you can make a lot of money from it, but you can also lose a lot of money from it. Stop loss at 18. Let's go. That's good. That's good. Wherever you have your profit target, stick to your profit target. And I understand if it does go up, you're probably going to be kicking yourself. I understand that. But what you need to do is take that situation and just say, look, I made a profit out of it. I'm good. Yes, you could have made $100,000 more dollars, right, from it going up to $200 if that's the case. But you're making money. It's only gambling if you don't do your due diligence. I guess that's true. The problem is that with these positions, how can you really guess what it will go to for options if it's something that's heavily manipulated? You know what I mean? If it's something that you can't really predict when the bubble will burst. You can't predict when these times of getting up to $11.50, $11.80 will happen. That's where it ends up being difficult. That's what I don't want to get into. Right now we're sitting, we closed at 10.50 and we're in the after hours market at 11.50. So we grew another dollar in the after hours market. Is this the start, Matt? It's looking pretty promising. I mean, it is starting to pull back a little bit, but it's looking pretty promising. And if it's something that really gaps up tomorrow, yeah. You're already talking about selling, not smart. Why would you consider that not smart? People taking their profits is a good thing. I understand that people will get upset with the fact that they could have made more money as it goes up. But most people will sit and hold and hold and hold. And I'm not saying that you physically just sell it. I'm saying that you set a stop loss so that if it does come down there and it goes below where your target is, or where your stop loss is, you will get stopped out and you'll make some money. And then as it continues to go lower, if you feel as though it's going to go back up, you can get back in and end up riding that back up. Or you can take out a portion of it and ride the rest all the way up because you know that it's house money. Whatever you feel like doing, just do it. And I'm not trying to quote Nike here. We have 999 concurrent viewers. That is awesome. Please hit that like button. Get it above 500 likes. That would be amazing for me and for you, because we'll get more people in here, more people engaged. I love to answer questions. You think it's a bear trap? Who says it's a bear trap? You just got a sub for what you said. What was the thing that I said? Thank you for the sub, but I want to know what I said here. Uh, 400 shares at $5.50. That's amazing. You take your profits on the way up. You never sell. You never sell all. Never. Well, that's subbed, broski. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that a lot. I still didn't know what I said to earn a sub there. I'm trying to figure that out. We have 1,044 people here. We are on the verge of, really breaking this thing. I mean, breaking this thing wide open. What's the support line for AMC? There's a couple of support lines. So if you look at where we are currently, we have some support lines at $11.32 of 21 shares. Those are some good walls. We also have another line at where was that at? $11.25. So we have some good buy walls set up there in order to combat any of these sells, which we don't have much coming through the door. We have a lot of volume, a lot of buy volume coming through this door. So I can tell you that I don't see many sell walls that are holding us back unless they're starting to short positions. We see a lot of buying positions. The thing is that they're coming in lower. They're coming in way lower than where we are. Oh no, actually not. They're coming in around $11.32. So we're going to see some good movement here. Let's actually go in and look at the 5-day chart. You can see the movement here. It's absolutely crazy. It did pull back a little bit, and that's a given. I mean, you see this 15 moving average, and as it starts to really pull away from this, you know that it's going to come back to earth. And when I always say back to earth, I mean back to these indicators. And this indicator will tell you a lot. Yes, it will chase it. It'll keep chasing it, keep going up, but it's going to keep separating. The two are going to keep separating, and then what you're going to see is the price action actually starts to curl back and come back to the 50 moving average as, this may come up a little bit and start to bow out, and then it meets it. And that's why I always end up playing with the 15 moving average to do my bounce back method, because it's a given. It will happen. If you're looking at a 15 moving average or you're looking at a 20 moving average, yes, you could have a point to where it does end up increasing and then it levels off and then the indicator chases where it's at. But if it doesn't level off, it's going to come back. You know what I mean? Do you think this is a gap up? No, this is not a gap up at the moment. You're going to see a huge gap up. I mean, there are gap ups that happen in the day. They rarely happen in the day, but you're going to see probably a huge gap up from the close of the after hours market to the pre-market. You might see a gap up with a lot of this information that's happening. Earnings report coming out tomorrow could be really good or really bad. Is that why people may be getting in now? Just because they're either way, they feel like the earnings report is going to be some good news for them. That could be a possibility. Super bummed after I bought 108 shares at $14.10 and they immediately dropped the next morning, but I've been holding since. That's good. You're holding on long term. I don't know what your initial strategy was. The only thing for me that I tend to get upset with is if my initial strategy is to sell intraday and I don't. Typically I'll do that and got a super chat. Typically I'll sell try and sell intraday, and if I hold on to it and hold it overnight, I'll get upset with myself because I went against my strategy. There ain't no support. We just going up with I cannot see anything. This is a squeeze going to go up huge tomorrow. Remember, I said $15 to $25 easy tomorrow. I can definitely say that there's right now not many support levels. We can see that we do have some support levels that we're looking at here, some buy walls, right? But yeah, you're right. I'm hoping that it does go up to $15 and $25. I don't know about that. If it does go up to $25, and that's a huge payday for a lot of people, just remember to save half for taxes. Don't spend all your money in one place, or put it all back. If you put it all back in the markets and you end up losing a lot of it, then I understand. But remember that you are going to have to pay taxes on the gains. So make sure you save half of that money, or you can reinvest that money if you feel as though you can put it into a slow gainer and end up making some more money on top of that from that money that you have there. Then that'll be good. But just remember that you probably have taxes here. So we're sitting at $11.50. That's amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. We have 1,114 people in here. If you could hit that like button and get it up to 600 likes, I would be very happy. Yeah, remember, if you want to join the Discord group, make sure you hit that first link in the description. Or if you want free stocks with Webull, click that link, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get your free stocks with this platform. This is the platform that I'm using, is Webull. Matthew, okay. Thanks a lot. I learned a lot. You're welcome. Taxes to the corrupt government. I mean, we have to pay it, or else they're going to come after us. They'll come after us for $1,000, but then all of the really, really rich people, I mean, like billions of dollars, they don't go after them. They let Jeff Bezos pay $0 in federal taxes. How much are you up with AMC right now? Before this increase, I'm up $2,044. With this increase, I'll be up another $2,000, basically up to $4,000 or so. Yeah, up to 4,000. Wow. So yeah, it'll be pretty good if it gets up to 15. It'll be amazing if it gets up to 25, like people say. But like I said, I'm gonna have these firm like stop losses as I go. Whether it's a stop loss that I look at and see what it's doing, and then if it goes down to that point. The thing is sometimes I don't want to set a stop loss because I feel like they're going to search for those and try and buy people out of their positions. And if they do, then they're going to be successful in what they need. And you're also going to get stopped out at less of a price than what you wanted, you know? Whew. After I was trading blank name. I don't know what you're talking about. Tomorrow's increase will be $15 to $20. You're gonna be the first seller. Am I gonna be the first seller? No, like I said, I'm holding. What I'm gonna do is set these price targets, and if it's just a mental price target and then take it upon myself in order to sell, then yeah. But yeah, I really, I can't say I don't know. I do know exactly what I'm going to do, but like I said, my bottom line profit target that I want to hit is $15. My upper tier can go as up as, as high as $100. That's what I'm saying. So I will either set it physically a stop loss after it gets above $15, or I'm gonna set a mental stop loss and watch it as it goes down. And if it gets to like $15 and maybe push $14.50, then I will sell. And that's where it ends up being. Are you being greedy or are you being disciplined? So no, I'm not going to be the first seller. you see it as an investment in your YouTube channel. All apes will be going after you sell. I can't say that. I'll still be watching it, and who knows if I will sell all of it. That's the thing. There's always that thought of seeing the potential gain in it. So if you do end up selling a portion of it and still have a certain amount in there, like say if I sold all my Fidelity portions of it, kept $200 in here, which would be $2,000 worth of value, basically. Sorry, not 2,000. Yeah, $2,000 worth of value and 200 share size position. Maybe I might invest more in here, because what I want to do with Fidelity is actually move all the money over here. I do understand that a lot of people are following this to continue to drive this up to what is it, $100, $200, $10,000. There are people that say it goes to like thousands and thousands of dollars, that AMC will hit $2,000. I will definitely follow it. And like I said, if it gets to a point to where you have 600, it gets to $600 and you're holding 200 shares, that would be phenomenal for a lot of people. So like I said, I'm going to take the profits where I can get the profits, especially with anything that's in Fidelity, so I can bring it over here and have 25,000 in one account easily. Then that'll be good. But I understand where you're coming from. I knew I should have cost averaged down more. Yeah, that does suck. You always need to find a way to bring this price down, especially like the people that said that they went from $17 down to like $8. Absolutely amazing. I love everything that you did there, and the fact that you could find a way to average it down that far was really good. I could tell you that I invested a large portion at the, what was it, $12 mark, brought it down to $10, and then also brought it down to under $10 at like $9 or so. And I could have brought it down more, but I just realized that I wasn't bringing it down enough. I wanted to bring it down to $7 or $5, and I was hoping that it would go up so that I can come back down and buy in at like $4 or $5 where it was. That would have been amazing, but I didn't get that. So I'm okay at being at $9.30 of an average, basically. I have 670 shares of AMC, still adding, where'd it go? Still adding 100. You're gonna add 100 if it opens at $11 or $12. $13 down to $8.44. That's really good. That's really good. I'm gonna keep scaling my mental stop loss. Anything under $50, and if it continues to climb, if it goes to $100, but I physically have stop loss at $50 to $100 increments. That makes sense. If you have a plan that works, just make sure that you are firm on that plan. You don't start getting greedy, because sometimes people are very, very greedy. You know, I've been there, a lot of people will be there, and it just happens to all of us. We have 1,200, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1,234 people in here. It's awesome. Hit that like button, get it above 600 likes. We're at 576. I only ask that you engage in some way, whether you're putting a comment, liking, or disliking, whatever you want to do, please do so. If you hate my guts, hit the dislike button. Also, if you're interested in my Discord, the link will be in the description. Costs $5, but there's so far a great group of people. I just started it. There's a great group of people. You sold GME prematurely. Don't make the same mistake with AMC. Yeah, I mean, we're past that point with AMC. I believed in AMC a lot more than GME, and I'm surprised that GME jumped this much. I said this to basically everybody, is that I'm very surprised that they got up to basically that 250 mark. I thought that at max they would be at $200 when it was down to 40, just because all of the things that I was seeing in there was more of like a push for AMC than anything else. But people are still supporting this in a big way, and I'll tell you that I did make a mistake in selling that too early. It could have been something to where I gained a significant amount of money from it, you know. And yeah, I did sell it prematurely. I'll admit that. Guys, hit the like button. These are rookie numbers. They are rookie numbers. I've been making YouTube videos for 2 years. I ain't no rookie. You are a good person. We appreciate you. Thank you, William. Thank you. That means a lot. It goes a long way. I hear. Are you live all day as well? Also, I like your chill approach. I'm not live all day. Typically, I go live in the morning at like 7 o'clock until about 10. And then sometimes I go live after work because I do work a 9 to 5 as well. I love to work. So I'm working from a hospital, and then I'm also working on YouTube and doing other things and taking care of the kids. I love those kids so much. I miss them right now. So whenever they get home, I'll most likely stop streaming just so I can spend some time with them. But thank you. I appreciate that you like my chill approach. I didn't even know I was chill. I try to, remain calm, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way, especially when the stock is going up. Like if you see the stock jump up to $12 or have this increase that it did have, yeah, it's something where I can't hold, my shit, for lack of a better term. Paper-handed Matthew Perry. I'm pretty sure I don't have paper hands. They don't look paper. Might transfer my positions from E-Trade to Webull. 80% of my portfolio is 10 to 15 year positions. What's the credibility of Webull holds that long? That's interesting. I really couldn't tell you there. It's not I don't know how old the platform is, so maybe you won't have any holds that long. Webull was founded in 2017, so it's a newer trading platform, just like Robinhood, who was founded in 2013. So, and I don't want to compare the two because Robinhood doesn't really do the best job of getting people the stuff that they need, so that was a bad comparison. But yeah, I don't know what their credibility is with long-term holds. I would say, I guess, with 5 or more years, I guess 5 years, you can basically, less than 5 years, keep doing that. You can say that it does have some sort of credibility here, where people are using the platform. You have a number of people that are investing in this platform. But to tell you the truth, I can't tell you that it does have crazy credibility with long-term holds. I use it for my short-term positions. All of my long-term positions are in Fidelity. And I feel like Fidelity does a great job at managing those, being able to navigate through those easily. I find that being a lot better for anything short term, to where I need to use this platform to build something. Or what you could do is basically take this platform and say, all right, I need to figure out what's the best long-term position here, do all of your different things that you need to build, whether you're trying to draw a certain line here, move those lines and find support levels and resistance levels, that's fine. And then you end up going over to E-Trade or whatever your other brokerage account is and holding for a long period of time. So I can't sit here and talk up their credibility because I use Fidelity for my long-term trading. So if you're looking for swing trades, I definitely say go with Webull. I'm not going to pitch them as something that's a long-term trading platform. Hopefully that does help. Let's see. What up, Dobra? Would you provide private stock advice for a novice for a free trade or for a fee? I typically don't do anything for like a fee. If you want to basically get something that's close to a one-on-one with me, I can definitely say my Patreon, the Discord group, to where we do have that group. If you pay $5 in that group, you'll get basically access to the group of people. And I believe we're going to do something a little bit larger as time goes on, to where we'll do like video chats. They do have the forum to where you can do audio and basically get Not really a one-on-one time, but more of like, an understanding of where everybody's head is. And especially if I'm in there, if you want to talk about stuff, we could talk about stuff. But I haven't ever tried to do like a one-on-one type of thing yet. Eventually I will, but not now. I like to take my time with things. For people that tell me, hey, you need to get a Discord group, you need to get merch, you need to get this, you need to put a join button, and I'm like, all right, this is overwhelming. I need to just sit down and get one thing done, understand it, see how it's building up, and then move on to the next thing. Same thing with like merch. I need to establish a name, establish a brand before I can actually give away merch and have a successful merch business as well. I don't want to rush into everything and then end up having everything being subpar. I want things to be the best that they could be and then move into that. So yeah, I could basically have those days and have those one-on-ones, but it's probably going to take a little bit of time. If you want to check out my Discord group, please do so. We talk about a lot of things. If you want some advice there, if you want to know what books to get, different dividend positions, I plan on doing a lot of stuff over there as well. So please do that. We have 700 likes and 1,100 people. I would love to get it to 800 likes, but 700 likes is really good as well. So I appreciate everybody that did hit that like button. You guys and gals are amazing. What do I do for a living? So I am a senior financial analyst at a hospital. Before that, I was a senior accountant. Before that, I was in accounts receivable. I basically took it upon myself to go into every position outside of accounting in order to get into that accounting position. Because if you don't know how jobs work, in order to get into an entry-level position, you need experience, which makes no sense because it's an entry-level position. And in order to get into a senior accountant position, you need basically like 5 years of experience in the accounting department in order to get into one of those positions. So I decided I would learn all of the ropes so I have an understanding of every area so that I would be the better choice, because I went Matt Coors farted and Matt has paper balls. What? I just saw that. It's pretty funny, but I don't know what that means. Yeah, so I decided to go in every single aspect or every single outside piece of accounting in order to get into that accounting position. And now I'm a financial analyst, a senior financial analyst for a hospital system, which I love doing. So, yeah. I have 4 degrees, so Matt Coors did fart. Did he mean to do it? Especially in a hospital setting. My daughter started in finance, went to legal, and later will wind up in administration. Smart girl. Yeah, I mean, I love hospitals. One, around this area, you basically get paid a lot more in a hospital system than anything else. And two, it's just a great group of people. I mean, everybody's so like loving, I guess, if you want to put some sort of term on it. Everybody loves working there. There are some people that in like, I guess, you know what, I'm not going to say anything, but like clinical people and stuff like that, which you understand how doctors are, but still, I'm not going to say anything about that. Poor chair. You hear that from my chair? Good father. God bless you. I try to. I try to be the best father I could be. Obviously, that's absolutely amazing. Oh man, it is pulling back. Come on. It's amazing to have children, that love you, and I get to see them every single day. I mean, it's amazing. It's. I don't know how to classify it, but I know how to classify this. It's not looking the best, but it is pulling back. It is at $11. Either way, $11. If we find a way to continue to flatten out, we're not seeing as much volume come through the door. I don't know where the selling is coming from because I don't see any selling come through the door. I just see a lot of buying power. So You do have some sell walls at $11, but the volume in the pre-market and post-market are just weird. Where's the moderators? I don't have any moderators yet. If we start seeing a consistent growth, it's the chair. If we start seeing consistent growth here to get to like 2,000 concurrent viewers, then maybe I'll do a moderator. It seems like I can actually see what everybody's talking about. If people start talking about weird things, then I just kick them out. Bunch of babies. I've been in at $14. Well, turn on after hours. Are you Dr. Perry? No, I'm not Dr. Perry. Not in the clinical sense of the word, or just educational level. Like, I'm not a doctor. I was thinking about getting my DBA, but I wasn't. I don't want to go for any more schooling. People keep telling me that I need to just stop. I keep trying to go back for more schooling and more because I have my master's degree now. I'm going to be walking in May. So yeah, why is AMC trading at $10.50 on Webull? It's not trading at $10.50. It closed at $10.50. The after hours market is right here. So the after hours market will show $11.05. You might not be able to see it too well, but it's $11.05 at the moment, $11.07. So that just looks like it's trading at $10.50 because they stop it up here, but then you still see the after hours market down here. I don't know why they do that there. I would love to see some different changes, some changes that we can make here. Instead of looking at close to close, I would like to see open to close and how much it gained throughout the day rather than how much it gained from close to open. Sometimes you want to know that because the market doesn't really update here. The actual market price doesn't really update until it opens again. So I guess you really do want to see it that way, but sometimes I like to see just open to close. You actually look like a relative to Tyler Perry. I mean, like I said, my family is from Georgia. They're from Columbus, Georgia. My dad's side of my family. So it's quite possible that it could be a thing, but I'm not saying that it is. I don't know, but I would say no because I've grown up my whole life thinking that it wasn't. And more than two people can be named Perry, or two families can be named Perry. I know some Perrys that live around me that I'm not related to in any way. And it's not like Tyler Perry's gonna come over here and give me $1 million. I don't look for a handout in any case, but it would be great to just obviously meet him, go to Tyler Perry Studios. That'll be fun. I googled Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry is Dr. Perry on Google. Thank you, Google. That's not me. You miss Courtney Cox? I don't know what you're. Oh, I didn't know what the person was getting at when they said that the other day. That from Friends. Got you. Monica from Friends. Do you have any calls on AMC or GME? I do not. I don't really do options at all. I can't say really. I just don't do options at the moment. I'm loving this conversation. Well, it's great. That's what we're here for. I mean, we're here to talk about stocks, but also talk about other things. So we have 973 people in here, but 755 likes. That is really good. What is... You dead ass resemble Conan O'Brien. How in the freaking world do I look like Conan O'Brien? Isn't he like ginger or something? Not Tyler Perry, more like Tim Duncan. Not that tall. I'm 6'2.5". My wife likes to say I'm 6'3". It says 6'3" on my driver's license because, you know, he's like, oh, you're 6'3". They don't measure you there. What's your take on OCGN? So I liked OCGN for a while. It was down today, or sorry, it was up today, but it's down right now. And I thought that it was going to have more of an increase. You know, seeing them a while ago, thinking that they were going to come back in a slow movement. You haven't really seen this. It really just flattened out, and you had a couple of gap downs in the pre-market, and that's not really good. What you're saying is at. What are you saying at making a video? What? OCGN fell hard. Yeah, I guess over the longer period of time, it did fall pretty hard. It looked pretty good, but the the thing that I did like what I was seeing was that it was leveling off. It did decrease, but it leveled off and ended up increasing. And I didn't expect any decrease there, but over those days to where it was down, obviously it continued to decrease and it fell really, really hard to where it had a little bit of a recovery here and pretty much broke even on the 5th, but it didn't really do much this week, which I expected it to do more, you know? Profit hands Perry. Ignore the haters, bro. They scum. Well, that's better than paper hands Perry. Profit hands Perry. AMC short interest at 14.2. 14.2. Like I said, I seen it at 10, but I'm okay with it being at 14.2. Oh, there it is, 14.29. So maybe it just didn't update. All right, I see it. 14.29. That's not bad. That's really good. Isn't that better than where it was? He kind of looks like Piper Perry. I don't know who that is. What do you guys think about ZOM? So I'm invested in ZOM. Down here, you could see that I have how many shares? Where's the count of shares? 164 shares, which I will continue to add more to. The last price is $2. I definitely see them finding a way to double in price over the longer term, and by longer term I mean a couple of months. I definitely see that. So I'll have any type of stop loss set up. It doesn't look like it moves too much in a day, which is a good thing, but I do like Zomedica. $14.29 is the borrow rate, not the short interest. 14.29 is a high borrow rate. Good for us. Yes, you're right. What did I say? Did I say it was the interest? Yeah, so right now, both ZOM and AMC are up. Rocket is still down a pretty substantial amount. We did have an increase of 3%, but you are seeing a little bit of a decrease of 1%. I would love that to actually move up. It doesn't look like it's actually making moves. At least you don't fart on your live streams like Matt Kors. I don't want to. I feel like that's a horrible image you're creating. Yeah, everybody farts, but do you need to do it on live stream? No, you don't. End of March is their product delivery, right? For ZOM, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on all of the details there. Yes, it looks like March 30th from what I'm seeing. Yes, March 30th to expected to commercialize the date for Trueforma. You're gonna bag hold these 33 shares of RKT, but buy in for months at least. What? I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna hold Rocket. So the 33 shares that I have, I'm gonna hold. But what I'm actually gonna do is take some more money and average down. As more money comes in, more money will go into there to average down. Now it's not going to be a crazy amount, and I will expect it to come back up, but I will be averaging down. It's only 200 shares. Bro, we ain't going to see RKT at 33 for months. What makes you think that? RKT still has a lot of shorted shares out there as well. It's one of those stocks that also has that at a high rate. And they're behind the eight ball here, or they're behind other stocks here because of the fact that, you know, they have different numbers than they do. They basically had that startup a lot late to where the growth was happening. Like for AMC, happened a while ago. GME, that initially happened a while ago. You know, you look at RKT, that really just happened. And it's not something that was just pushed with no shorted shares. It had a high borrow fee or a borrow rate. So the fee was pretty high. The amount of shorted shares that were left out there was 0 for a number of days. Like there's a lot of great information out there. I just want to lower my cost average so that I have a bigger increase, because it's going to be the same situation as a GME or AMC. Now, not as high probably as GME or AMC. Hopefully AMC does push that high. I think they do have the huge potential to do so, but it's going to be pretty good. I think at least it's going to be pretty good. What's the weather in Georgia? I don't know. I'm not in Georgia. I'm in PA. But the weather in PA, I believe, is like 60 degrees. When it gets to the point to where I can golf outside, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be streaming late in the day. I might do a quick stream to let everybody know what happened in the day, but then pretty much be gone by like 4 o'clock. So from 3:30 to 4, or from 4:30, or from 4 to 4:30, something like that. But yeah, I'll do the streams in the morning, but then after that it's gonna be something. And also next week is my birthday on Thursday, so I'm probably not going to be doing anything then either. Hopefully I get a great birthday surprise where it goes up to $100. Reading, Pennsylvania. AMC price prediction for Friday. If it continues on the route that it is right now, staying at that $11 mark, hopefully it does stay there or push up to $12. We're gonna see $15 easily by Friday. And the thing is I don't think we're seeing any massive sell-offs, which we didn't want to see. Nobody's. You turning 30 has to be depressing. I don't think it is. I mean, it's kind of weird, one, to know that I have basically a 4-year-old out here, and two, that I literally remember like it was yesterday when I graduated from high school. And then all of the other graduations that I had as well. But yeah, I would say 15. It can easily get to 15 if we continue on this trajectory. If we continue on the way up, yes. 30 is so young. Yeah, I don't feel that way. I hit my knee against the wall the other day, and I literally felt like I don't even know. I felt like my leg was. I wanted to chop my leg off, basically. What's your call on Roblox? We need to see exactly what's going to happen there, man. I feel like a bunch of people are saying different things, and it just doesn't make sense to me what's going to happen. People are saying that it'll 2x. People are saying that it'll 5x. And some people are saying that it's not going to do anything, it's going to drop down. Like, there's a bunch of different theories out there, and it's all dependent on if people put their attention on this. If people put their attention on this and start investing into this position, is that going to take the attention away from AMC, GME, cost, Rocket, anything like that? I don't know. But my opinion, what's your opinion on buying IPOs? Do you buy them in the first hour when it goes public, or do you wait? Most of the time I will wait. So with any instance I do wait. I know when it was Twitter, that was the first mistake that I made, buying into the IPO, and that was my first investment. And I ended up dropping down, I believe, to like $17 is where I sold it at. Didn't see any potential from there. Everybody said that it was going to stay at like $17. But yeah, I typically don't go into IPOs until I see that initial move. So just like the stock market, the first 30 minutes you can see it go up or down, and then you'll see it come back to earth, whether it's going back to the 15 moving average going up or 15 moving average coming down. So that's basically what I do with the IPOs, is try and get where reality actually is, because people will hype it up or people won't hype it up. Do you think AMC will do the same as GME? Oh, and love your channel, brother. Keep it up. Do I think it will do the exact same as to get up to $400, $500? No, I don't. I do believe that it has a potential chance to push $200 if we see a real squeeze, if they kind of let this happen. But outside of that, I don't feel like it's something that I'm pushing for it to get to $200. I'm pushing for it to get to $20, maybe $30 at most. Well, not at most. At the point to where I will just accept it is probably $50, and if it continues to go up from there, then it can go. But I definitely know that it can easily get to $20, which is a substantial gain for a lot of people, and try and make it as realistic as we could. So I would say, like I said, my goal is $15 to $20, and hopefully pushing up to as high as $50. But it does have the potential to push $100 or $200 if we see a squeeze, if we see a massive push in the price. And I'll continue to follow it. And like I said, if we get to a certain point, let's say it's $20, I will sell a portion of it just to be able to take my profits, and then basically take anything else that I have and put it into any other position, but still have those profits, some of the profits left, so that I can continue to ride it on the way up if it will go up. If it goes down, then either way I'm playing with house money. It doesn't really matter. New trader / 3 months, bought first 2 call options. Can you demonstrate closing out to get your profits? You're talking to the wrong person for options. I know that actually Trades doesn't really do options as well, from what I understand. He understands options more than I do, but I would say, you know what, I can't give you advice. I can't give you advice on that because I don't know options, and I don't want to give you the wrong information. If someone can help this person out in the chat, definitely do so. Add him or at DM and tell DM what they can do in order to close out their profits. I want everybody, I want to create this community. If I don't understand what you're doing for options, then I want someone else to be able to easily explain that. And I'll get comfortable with options. It's just going to take time, just like building everything when it comes to YouTube. I have to take my time and, kind of baby steps here. I'm comfortable with trading and swing trading, investing, more or less. But when it comes to options, I hear a lot about it, but I don't know everything, right? So Profit Hands Perry, thank you for the super chat, Melody. Yeah, I am Profit Hands Perry. Hey, maybe that could be a saying. I like that. Profit Hands Perry, not paper hands, profit hands. All right, let's make it happen. Follow Meet Kevin or Trades. See, this is where Meet Kevin does know a lot about options. He has a lot of positions and a ton of money that he throws into different options here and there. So he obviously knows about it. I know the bare minimum about options because I literally have done no research on options. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm comfortable with what I'm comfortable with and where I can make money. So that's why I stay on that. Have you looked at why is so bearish? Why are you so bearish about GME? Makes no sense. If you where'd it go? If you did your DD and can't believe you actually got persuaded by hedges, AMC is a better play. I'm not bearish on GME. I just thought that their potential or their ceiling was a lot lower. I knew, and I had bets. I had a lot of people that I were talking to, and I said GME can reach $100 by March. Well, it surpassed that and reached $200 by March. And the thing is that I knew that they would get there, and people were telling me, hey, it's not going to get there, and they were filling my head with all this stuff. So I ended up selling my position, and I'm not bearish on GME. I'm very bullish, especially now, very bullish on GME. You can see that it's bullish, but when is it going to start reaching their ceiling? That's what I want to know. But yeah, I believe in what GME has to offer. And what I was telling people recently is that people say, oh, these prices aren't really sustainable. And I think this is different than like a Volkswagen squeeze, because a Volkswagen squeeze is fueled by the company to where they have their positions, they're doing everything in order to increase that price and come back at all of these hedge funds or anything that's shorting the position, right? You have all these short shares. But with us, it's fueled by traders, which obviously either believe in the position or don't believe in the position, can help these businesses grow. And it's going to be a longer term squeeze than something that's just fueled by institutions. It's a lot better. We're basically taking a company, saving them, making them pay off debt, or having them pay off debt, being able to pay executive bonuses, all these types of things to help their business and make them a more valuable company. So something like this in the short term will actually affect them pretty significantly in the long term. So something like an AMC that, we moved from, $2 all the way up to $25, and they're able to pay all this stuff off. GME, who was able to hire new executives instead of having their business bankrupt, they're hiring new people in order to understand and change their business plan and build something newer and better so that it can change the value of the business, the valuation of the business, which ultimately will give them a higher stock price. So this affects it long term. And do I say that they're valued at $200 right now? No, their true value is not $200 right now, but you are getting to a point to where I was just reading the comment and I got distracted there. I do that all the time. But you are getting to a point to where GME can now establish themselves and build themselves up to a bigger and better company, or AMC or Rocket Mortgage. You're able to pay off all of these things, whether you're a shorted position or not. So it's good to see all of these squeezes that are happening. Yo, decent stock convo, loving this. Thank you for saying that. I think it's a pretty good one. I like responding to everybody. So you need to do live streams with Max Mayer. How do you say his name? Mayer? Is it Mayer? Mayer? I've seen him. He was doing a lot of stimulus content as I was doing stimulus content as well. I still do talk about stimulus here and there. It's not anything that's if people do have questions, I try and answer those questions. But I get a lot of stock questions, so I try and answer those more. And I don't want to post, 10 videos a day. I had a time to where I posted 5 videos or 6 videos in one day, and it wasn't hell or anything, but it was very difficult. So Prince William and her are after the crown. Are you talking about this? I don't really know the full situation. I think I got a super chat. Let me see what this. Why is this not popping up? Something's happening here, and I can't see what this super chat is. Ryan, you gave me a super chat. Thank you for that. Money. Oh, it was just money. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat, Ryan. Did not address it. Profit hands Perry because I make profits. A 14.29%. Yes. When do the majority of options expire? I don't know the answer to that. Is it the 19th from what I heard? Yeah. Do your research and find out what matters to you, like GameStop. I took my sons there all the time. Bought my Wii there. I'm sure if you tried to sell your Wii there, they would give you pennies. They don't really do a good job selling it or buying their stuff back. Are you sad you sold? Am I sad? No. Do I feel like I missed an opportunity? Yeah, of course. There are so many opportunities that I missed, and I can't get upset about this opportunity. Yes, it was something that I was involved in, and it literally would have only took 3 days to hold on to that position, and I would have been good. But still, you can't harp on these missed opportunities. They're just opportunities here. Nobody could have predicted that that was going to happen. Yes, I predicted that was going to happen before March 1st, that we were going to see an increase to $100. Yes, but that wouldn't have been enough compared to what I could have gained outside of that. You know what I mean? So getting to $100, yes, I wouldn't have lost $3,000, but I could have gained a lot more. Don't feel bad. Profit is profit. Exactly. Well, I didn't make a profit. I lost $3,000 on that. On GME. Do you think GME can touch 60K? I don't know where this is coming from. People are talking about GME can push up to 500K, 60K, 100K. That's absolutely absurd. Like I don't, and I understand that was just a question, but it's absurd. PHP, Profit Hands Perry. Just asking because I sold at $8.80. I feel bummed out. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you feel bad, but if you haven't had experience with any of those situations, then you feel worse. I understand where you're coming from. The first time I missed out on an opportunity, and you start feeling like every time you're buying too high. Um, but you just have to keep going, and if you make those mistakes, that's when you'll learn. If you don't make those mistakes, you'll never learn. The people that don't make those mistakes now and just jump into a great situation, when they try and jump in next time, they're probably going to lose the same amount of money that they gained, just because they haven't failed. They didn't know what they needed to do. They didn't know that this was the low point. They just followed what they followed, and didn't actually do their own research. So I understand where you're coming from. I sold 1,000 shares at $8.80. Uh, Bought at $8, and I feel like shit. So you basically you made 80 cents per share that you own. So basically like $800, right? That's not bad. You made a profit. Profit is profit. So you learned from a situation, but the good thing is you learned, but you also still made money. So there are people out there that learn and lose money, kind of like the situation that I went through. GME, I lost money, but I learned exactly what I should have done with these meme positions, which is different than the typical day trade or swing trade that you would typically do. So the good thing is that you made money there. Sweet Stream, do you have an opinion on SGL? Let's look at it. Long term, short term, $100. No data. Looks like I don't have any data here. Looks like it went down by by basically a percent, but that's all I got. Hmm. SSG. I don't know why I typed that here. SSG. No, I don't have an opinion on this. It doesn't even look, it's not even giving me a solid chart here. I can't give you an opinion on that. It doesn't give me a solid chart. Oh, wait, I have an X in there. What am I doing here? I was going to say, where did that X come from? SSG. I don't see anything. I don't see anything here. Sorry. Try Google. No. No. I don't see anything. I'm sorry about that. SLGG. I thought. God. Super League Gaming, anything gaming related, I'm all for. But in the pre-market, you can see that it was up 8% today. In the pre-market, or the after-hours market, you can see it is up 16%, so it grew substantially. Let's look at what's happening here with. So this growth, it looks pretty weird here. So it started at this $2 mark, which it hovered around $2. Let's skip all of that and not even worry about history. You do see a lot of increase here, right? Over the last couple of days, I understand from basically the start of the end of the fourth, because you did have a pretty good day on the fourth, which typically the whole day the market was down. But the fifth, you did see a decrease, a drop down. And I wouldn't say that all of this decrease is justified. I would say that a lot of this increase, it will get back up to where it should have been. So you're going to see probably more of a U formation here. And you're going to see that continue up. You see this 15 moving average above the 200 moving average, and it's continuing to grow. You're going to see it really push up. I'm surprised that it didn't do it over the day. Maybe the volume just wasn't there. But you did have a pretty decent outing when it comes to volume. 5.3 million versus the average of 7.7 million. So that's not bad. I think that this is going to have some pretty good potential to get back up to $9, or probably not to $9, probably to that $7 mark. Let's see if there's any sell orders. There's sell orders somewhere around $6.48. So they're looking to really push that $7 mark. You might end up having to, if you're looking for a short-term gain, you can basically get up to one of these marks, $6.48, $6.49, $6.50, where you do have these walls. But you can gain a significant amount of money, at least $1 or so. But the gaming industry, phenomenal. I'm all for the gaming industry. Gaming industry is ever growing, you know. No, so I understand where you're coming from, Gene. I understand where you're coming from, but that's not the right narrative there. People are ripping me because I took a loss, not profits. But people don't like the fact that I will take profits on AMC, if that's what you're getting at. But most people are upset with the fact that I took a loss on GME in order to gain profits elsewhere. And that's exactly what I did, but not knowing that it was going to increase this fast. I thought that it was going to go up to 100 by March. It did end up going to 100, but surpassed it by another 100. So going up to $200, which was unpredictable in my book, and I made the mistake there. So I'm gonna let you know that that was what the issue was. Is that people make mistakes, and for me to say it publicly is something that should be thought of as something that's strong, to say that, hey, I made a mistake, but you know what, I'm going to continue going. It's not saying that I wouldn't ever get back into GME, which I did have another opportunity to get into GME, but I did move my money out of Webull, so I didn't ever get back in GME. Traders or traders? I don't know what that means. You were typing it wrong. Long day. It has been a long day. You talked about it in the past, not GME related. Oh, not GME related. Okay, so then you're referencing AMC. Yeah, people don't like the fact that I am looking to take a profit at $15 or $20, and it's not about just securing income. I'm comfortable with losing all of it. I just always like to see me up. Yes, you could have the potential to get up to that $100 mark, but you could also have the potential to not get up to that $100 mark. So it just depends what the hedge funds want to do, how they're controlling all of this, because it seems like they control it. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to be done. I don't know where I'm going to have to end up going. So I'm going to stop this stream. Remember, if you want free stocks, make sure you click the link in the description. If you want to sign up for the Discord group, make sure you click the first link down there, the Patreon group or Patreon link, to where you can pay $5 in order to get into this Discord group. We had a great conversation today. And we're going to continue to have conversations even when I'm not streaming. We're going to have these conversations, and I think it's going to be really good to be able to do that. And even on Patreon, I'm going to be posting other things, like different stock things, maybe related to dividends and all types of things like that. So it'll be fun. But yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. If you want to learn how to day trade, there's books down there that you can learn how to day trade in the description. Check out my store. But I'm tired. I woke up way too early and fell asleep at a late time, so I need to get out of here. I don't know what I'll do later, if I'll be sleeping or if I'll stream and game and stuff. So I don't know. But again, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the morning. Again, hit that like button, and see ya.